Good afternoon, everybody. Dustin Staples with you here for your 3 p.m. Weather update here on this Thursday. Wishing you a good day so far. We've seen rain, we've seen some heavy downpours here, a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning, and some of you still seeing some heavy downpours this afternoon. That's been the main the theme here for quite some time. We have just been so waterlogged. For a lot of you, have not really having a chance to dry out really because it seems like every day around the same time, or around the same time, we're expecting to see some form of showers and some heavy downpours in our forecast. So get ready to see more of the same again as we head towards this afternoon and tomorrow, and possibly again even on Saturday. We'll see another round of these showers and some downpours moving in our forecast. But for now, though, let's get you caught up to the radar right now on this afternoon. Right, most of you are still seeing some showers come down pretty heavy out there for some of you, but not a lot of you. But again, those coastal areas continue to get inundated with a lot of shower and rain activity moving in our forecast as well. We'll kind of give you a little tour around the ENC area right now. I'll start you up to the northern portion of the area where they're not seeing much rain, some heavy downpours between Leggett, Tarboro, Oak City, Pine Tops, Bethel, Rocky Mount, outside of Enfield, and portions of Scotland Neck also getting in the way of some heavy downpours. Also down towards Washington there, where they're getting a nice thunderstorm there, moving portions of Beaufort County getting us some heavy rain. Even down our friends down towards Aurora, Swan-Cordo, Bayboro, Englehard picking up some heavy rain as well along towards Ocracoke and Hatteras. A lot of lightning associated with that, even towards our northern Outer Banks County along that 264 corridor up there north of Oregon Inlet, Wanchese, Manio, Kill Devil Hills, Kitty Hawk, seeing those embedded heavy thunderstorms moving in this afternoon. So really, depending on where you are, you're getting a lot of rain. Some of you are getting a little bit of rain. It all just depends, obviously, on location, how much rainfall is continuing to fall here as we go towards the rest of this afternoon. So once again, if you haven't seen rain yet, you will most likely see rain before the day is over with. This is kind of how this pattern sets up. But let me tell you something, where the rain has fallen and where the rain has came down pretty hard out there for a lot of people, for some people rather, you're feeling those temperatures in the 80s. Still feels like the triple digits around Washington, Kinston, New Bern, Oriental there along Plymouth, and Swan-Cordo there where it's got this heat indices near 100. And again, the rest of our air temperatures are holding down in those mid 80s out there, even some lower 80s there and some upper 70s there. Again, that's all thanks to that rain that is slightly cooling us off a little bit out there. And of course, the way the name of the game works around here is that once it rains after so much time, the humidity gets cranking again. That high heat indices continue to hold for tuition there. So unfortunately, you're like, yes, it's cooling us off. It is just ever so slightly, but still, it is not cooling us off a lot. Again, we'll be having to wait till next week when we get the slightly cool down. I say that very generously. So anyway, you see where it's warmer there and where it's cooling off with the rain or not there between Kinston, New Bern, Ahoskie, Roanoke Rapids there, 9 to 11 degrees warmer, and again for the rest of you, a couple of degrees warmer out there as well. Now again, we do have a little bit of a breeze, but it's really not enough to really get things going out there. At south components of the wind will start turning out of the north as we go towards this weekend. Even into next week will make things feel a lot more comfortable, especially after the long sweating summer we have seen so far this summer. And other than that, here pretty quiet in Greenville again. We just had that nice downpour about a half hour ago, moved through just a lot of rain, and back towards the coast there, Morehead City facing the sanitary restaurant camera. Really not much of an issue there either just yet. You will eventually see rain if you haven't seen any yet. That'll be coming your way pretty soon. Latest update on Aaron here, and again, this forecast to become a Category 1 storm sometime tomorrow and or by the weekend. So get ready to see the potential for, we have a Category 1 storm, 2, and then a major hurricane by the end of the weekend. And going into next week right now, Cat 3 status is, if this continues to strengthen, one surprise if this thing could reach a Category 4 status again. That's low, but right now the chances that it can be ruled out. But right now, a lot of that system there staying thankfully well off our coastline. As of now, the way things are going, we'll probably see a concern for just a lot of rip currents in the forecast. But the other area in the Gulf there recently updated not long ago to a 40% chance of a medium chance of developing over the next several days. Again, it was holding at a 10% for a while, then it was a 20%, then it went back to a 10%, and then kind of jumped to a 40% this afternoon. Chance of that developing again is at a 40%. as is expected to move west-northwest across the southwestern Gulf, where environmental conditions are marginally conducive for further development. A depression could form before the system moves inland over the northeastern Mexico or southern Texas before Friday evening or heading into into the weekend. So, but regardless of development, some heavy rainfall is expected there. So if you know folks maybe trying to travel, get some cruises going on, they might want to make sure as well. Jared, I hope that answers your question. I just kind of harped on that right there. Kind of hope that answered that as well. Again, right now we're pretty good for the most part. You know, I will say, thankfully, most of our tropical activity this year has been, minus Chantal, we had that back at the beginning of July, if you remember that as well. It was right after the 4th of July holiday, or right around that time frame. We went right into our first tropical storm. This Aaron, again, forecasted to become its first major hurricane of the season, our first hurricane of the year. So it took us 5 names to get down a list of our hurricanes. So we'll see where we are with that as well. Hope that answered your question. Gene, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. Kind of see where you are with that right now. You do see where we are heading in that peak season, heading in the next couple of weeks. There over the time frame, we'll be keeping a close eye on tropical development looking likely there as well. Dominique, hopefully, yeah, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can kind of stay clear from things. It's hot in Bealaville, yes. Temperatures down there, they have been in the 90s and upper 80s there. And yes, Gene, depending on where you are, I'm going to get to the forecast model of right for your location. Let me know where you're commenting from. Oh, a lot of you this afternoon. Good to have you all with us here this afternoon. Normally, I don't have this many people with, and I'm filling in for Charlie this hour. But anyway, so depending on where you are, we're going to be seeing showers and storms exiting, say, post 11 o'clock. So we're going to be seeing anywhere between Jacksonville, New Bern, Washington, up towards Plymouth, along the Albemarle Sound, some heavy downpours. And then eventually, most of us will go quiet as we head towards, say, 11, 12. Maybe some light sprinkles or light showers overnight for some. Now, coastal counties here, we are also expecting to see a good dose of some heavy downpours coming in overnight tonight. Lena, thank you for joining us from Pink Hill. Appreciate your company this afternoon. As we go towards the morning hours, coastal communities will start to see showers depart off our coastline, giving us a bit of a break in that morning rain. So the coastal spots, if you know folks out there, you know we have just been rain after rain after rain every single morning. So that is something to be mindful of that. But as we go towards tomorrow afternoon, less storm coverage, but still the potential for a few more afternoon showers and or lighter storms cannot be ruled out. Other than that, most of us are going to stay pretty warm and humid again to Friday evening. Unfortunately, the humidity cannot seem to escape us. We are stuck in this pattern here where that high heat remains at play for quite some time. So again, if you like the humidity, I don't know who really does, but I don't. But anyway, as we go towards Saturday morning, things slowly clear about. We'll get more shower chances clearing in the afternoon. As we go towards the rainfall amounts, you do see about a half an inch to 2 inches. That's kind of the duration, but I do think a good 1.5 to 2 possible with that coming into play. And so help us out a little bit with that. Yeah, you probably will get some rain there in Bealaville. If you don't get any now, probably in the next hour or so, you'll be getting some showers down your way, Jerry. So don't be surprised. If it's clouding up, you probably will be getting rain. If you don't see rain now, probably seeing some rain as you go towards later on tonight or sometime tomorrow. Winds, though, that's just something I want you to watch out for. They're coming out of the north. They'll have that northeast flow coming in tomorrow. That'll really make things feel just a tad comfortable. And I say that generously because don't think we're going to be seeing a chance of this thing cooling off so quickly. While the breezes are out of the north, it's still going to feel quite humid out there as well. Yeah, Dominique, the muggy feel continues. Yeah, I agree. That's a good way to describe it, the rainforest feel on that as well. Will we get any downpours on Saturday? I'll answer your question in just a second. Lee, let me get through here we go. This is what you're waiting for. So if you stay, hold on a second. Don't change the channel yet. Here's what you're for. I think this is what you're looking for on that matter as well. So we will see downpours, probably not likely on Saturday, maybe some spot showers here or there. Most of those will be kind of hit or miss of the afternoon. So most of the weekend, again, it's looking hot, but it's going to be comfortable. Let me say this, doable to be outside. Not going to be the most fall-ish weekend like we had a couple of weekends ago, but we'll see temperatures in the low 90s out here. Most of us will be seeing spot showers Saturday. Most of us should stay dry, but a 10% chance there for some of our, that's mostly confined for our coastal counties there. For Saturday, we may have some showers that may linger late Saturday into Sunday morning, or we may have some showers late Sunday and early overnight Monday, so along the coast maybe. But that's really about it, though. We'll see low 90s here through much of the first half of the week, and then again we're watching for the impacts of air, and hopefully we stay away from those major impacts with air as we go towards next weekend, because it's the Watermelon Festival there is coming in town. So hope that answered your question, Lena, and if not, I'll hopefully get back at it again another time. But I will say, our forecast looks to be like very summer-esque for sure, no doubt about. This has been quite a summer, the hottest we've had in a while, at least the hottest Julys we've had in a while. We always say every year is always a hot summer, it's always a hot summer, but I think, you know, the way things are going with, you know, climatology, things are changing. Obviously, things are heating up, right? So we'll keep an eye on that. And by the time the summer wraps up as a whole, as we go into September, because meteorological fall will begin September 1st, as astronomical fall begins, I think it's like September 21st, 22nd, somewhere right around there on that matter as well. Lena, you're welcome. I'm glad to hope to have answered your question with that as well. But overall, though, again, we're going to be seeing a pretty unsettled pattern, at least through tomorrow afternoon. And then as we go towards Saturday, we will slowly start to see the improving conditions with those pop and go showers here and there. Not a complete washout, but again, just something to keep in mind that you are making plans. Sunday, got to be fine. It's just going to be hot. We got temperatures back in the 90s. It's staying that way right there as well. Let's see, Jerry, yes, feeling like a jungle. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you got that right. Yes, so don't cancel plans Saturday, Melissa. Just have a backup plan. I do think most of us, again, should stay dry through most of the day. But again, you can't roll out and isolate it. Kind of like today. We were hot, warm, and muggy, and then we eventually got to those storms that started popping up this afternoon. So kind of like that. And normally when they come down, they're gone within 30 minutes and gone, just like that. So, but anyway, hope that answered you all's questions. Thank you all for joining us here. By the way, this is probably the most I've had in a long time here on this time frame. Normally Charlie gets, or Jim and Gigi normally get most of them. But thank you all for tuning in here on 3 p.m. But don't go anywhere. We'll see you back at 4 o'clock for more questions as well. In the meantime, we'll hope you'll stay dry and hopefully stay cool, because I tell you what, the AC is our friend here for quite some time. Until we get that cool down coming here in my next weekend, maybe we should get a little bit of break in this intense heat. But as always, August and September continues to throw surprises as well. We'll talk to you again at 4 o'clock.